Yeah.
These were set up was like when that was.
Oh, really?
I mean, when they first set up.
When they first set it up.
Yeah.
So there's been some that I know.
All right, I appreciate it.
John Turner.
Yeah.
Now, this is the second time that I know we've been to that address,
Okay.
and I was calling somebody at the time, it's like, is this the address that's messed up?
Mhm.
And they're like, we don't think so, so that's why I went, I was getting my phone with it. If I didn't know about it, I wouldn't come back. But there's some guy who lives there, some 60-some-year-old lady lives there, a quadriplegic
You got
lives
to
there.
email this, but.
Yeah.
Does that mean I
gotta go back?
Yeah.
Because I mean, it wasn't even on the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and if she had over, if she told you 300, or, yeah, 300 east.
Yeah,
I had you, had my.
that's why I was like, what?
Yeah. Well, this, I remember you coming in and saying, that ain't even Dick Johnson.
Yeah. But then even on the east side, I tried putting that address in and it didn't show up either.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, this is weird. But obviously if they sent Dick Johnson,
Yeah.
because
Some
these guys would have been like, that's not
Yeah.
us. So I think Lacey and her email probably got mixed up and then,
Yeah.
Probably be saying it's east of the intersections where,
yeah,
yes.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I sent you a text
Okay.
with the active order.
I don't know, I forgot the phone. This is what I asked, but, okay, so you sent that to me then?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see if we can pull it up.
Yeah.
Can you get back?
I was wrong once,
Taking care
it
of
wasn't
it's
on
not
that,
gonna be
so
here.
it should be on the
Taking care of it's not
website.
gonna be here.
The last number being odd is correct, it's just that it shows it should be
You should
2
have
tenths
some.
of an
Okay.
Jennifer,
I wrote it down off the email, because I asked Gary Cole for a list, and she said, they're on the email, that's all she said. So,
Cause I don't know.
Like I said, I had this roster that had a certain meeting.
Yeah, I assume that one should be the official one, but that's who she sent the email to.
Is Bryson over there?
Bryson should be, Cinder should be,
I thought it was back out.
How many do we have?
Well,
I think I technically have enough, we have 7.
Right now?
If you make me
It might have been an hour,
so then we can have the voting
So I think we've got 7 here then.
and say, so we can do the meeting.
I'll sit over here.
You can try to.
You want me to text the person?
We got just
I think
7.
we got 7, we can hold the meeting.
Yeah. We can get you one and then have a meeting.
But I get there and make sure I go in there.
So we have $27,000.
For that LEPC.
That's what's in the total budget. We have 21,000 allocated for this year.
Okay.
But the money pays in, it goes into a fund, and then we make our budget out of that fund. So it never reverts, but I don't know what happens
If we,
after this point.
So I don't just do this, we don't have to study.
Not that I know if you got his own job. I don't know if they're trying to sort out. And,
her husband's gonna stay on his,
Okay.
according to an email about her.
Just get ready to text you. You should.
Oh, you actually own a holster?
they're just signing sheet for you, sir.
Bryson, you actually own a holster?
Do I?
You actually own a holster?
I do.
All right.
Still in enough, right?
So we are.
We have 7. You're actually 8.
Yeah, we do. We needed 7 as well.
You're 8. Cool. So, we can call this meeting to order at 12:30. Yes, establishing a quorum, I guess we do have enough. We have 7, or technically 8. So, purpose of the special meeting, special session of the Clay County LEPC is called to conduct specific business between primary board members or their approved proxy, and the only items listed on the agenda may be discussed or acted upon during this time. So, the new business, the 2026 LEPC bylaws, they were discussed, I believe, at the last Chiefs meeting. I guess technically we have to vote on them to be approved since they were passed out at that time. So I will take a vote for passing of the bylaws.
I didn't see, I'm sorry.
So, voting of the passing of the bylaws that were presented at the last Chiefs meeting.
Make a motion.
I have a motion, I have a second. All in favor of passing?
Aye.
Motion carries. Bylaws were passed as were presented at the last Chiefs
Just
meeting.
copy if you want.
2026 meeting dates and times, we were trying to figure that out at the last meeting too. I believe we're gonna still, if we do this, it's going to be the first Tuesday of every third month. So March, June, September, December, 6 o'clock before the Chiefs meeting. With the addition of, I think, the first and third being at noon here.
And not at the Chiefs meeting on that day.
So the March one would be here and the September one would be here. June and December would be with the Chiefs meeting.
So we will have 5 official full meetings.
Counting this.
Counting this one, yes, it'd be 5 official, I believe.
And we need 3. Is what my understanding is to maintain the LEPC.
I believe so, yes. And we were trying to do it, so we were changing up the dates a little bit to have people who wouldn't be able to come to the Chiefs meeting to be able to come to meetings during the day.
We had good attendance when we had a called meeting during the day from people that normally work
during those hours.
meetings.
Yes. Do we want to keep the times as listed with the first and third and the second and fourth?
Yeah.
A motion,
Yes.
second, all in favor, say aye. I oppose, motion carries. All right, special discussion. This is, I think, the main part. We have came to determine about the possibility of dissolving the LEPC due to lack of participation and no one really wanted to take it forward as we had no one wanting to take elections at the last meeting. I believe we are able to dissolve. We have to have an official motion and all that. From my understanding, we have some money still with the LEPCs. I'm not sure what will happen to that money once we dissolve. Do you by chance know what we would do with that, Rob?
I don't, I'm trying to figure that out. I talked to Patty, Jim, and Jennifer. We have $27,000 total.
And I know Carico said that we had $4,500, I believe, associated to us for this year. So I don't
I'm
know,
not sure where that number comes from.
unless that's just what adds to this year.
That may have been something more
That's, I'm
positive.
gonna say that's all she informed me of, so I'm not 100% sure
I
what
think
that.
that's the normal income.
I can say that's why I thought that's usually what we got for the year, and then we've just accumulated.
From the business.
Yes.
And you check the State Board of Accounts to make sure dissolving is okay.
I believe the message I got from Carico said that we shouldn't have a penalty besides the $4,500 for this year. I spoke with Robin, the LAPC coordinator / district hazmat rep Russ about the meeting and the compliancy attendance issue. You do need to decide tomorrow what is happening. You have to have 7 to vote. You can vote to dissolve with no penalty to expect beyond loss of the $4,500 for the year. That is the information I got from Carico. I said I didn't know I was running this meeting till about 5 days ago.
So my first thought would be keep it this year since you've got meeting dates set, okay, and attempt to get forms. And then have whoever is your resident talk with State Board of Accounts and verify little things to find out how you get rid of the money, how to dissolve, all the steps that you have to take or should take to dissolve it. Or maybe at least have one more meeting before you officially dissolve to get all those phone calls and conversations to make sure you've got your ducks in a row before you dissolve to find out how you eliminate it.
With that, though, we need elections for officers, and we need people to be able to do that positions.
Excuse me,
Yes, sir.
Bryce's point, we probably don't have a form. I think we have proxies here.
So,
Proxies count.
Proxies, I
No,
thought.
proxy, but we have the main and the proxy.
Oh,
because you have community groups for Larry Temple, you have emergency management for Rob and Missy, And so they're only one, so there's two. And then you have hospitals for you. Law enforcement, you have me and Alyssa. There's four. You have Jennifer Flater for local government, which is five, and Brian Snow for transportation, which is six.
Is anybody else we can guide in here real quick?
And the commitment is, senators or
Brian Elmer was here, but he told me that to vote for him, but I don't know if I can slide him in this process right now. Say again?
We already have one political.
Yeah, that's me, sorry.
What's,
Government affairs.
I'm not sure what Brian.
Brian is a proxy for local and state government.
And this is where we were coming with the attendance issue of not having enough to meet quorums.
Anybody else not listening?
I would just want to make sure that everything's done in the appropriate steps.
And from what I was told is we can reinstate LEPC next year, 5 years, however it is. Like I said, that's the only issue I know.
I am willing to make calls to State Board of Accounts to get you some answers.
Okay,
Not in an official executive committee kind of role,
yes.
but I make calls into the Senators Association right now, so when they call me, I'll just tag on some extra questions.
I'd appreciate that, because like I said,
And I think I've got your phone number now, so I will just text you when I have an answer, and then
I appreciate that. Just 5 days ago, I got put in this role, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing.
are we allowed to wait until the official March meeting to
Let me try to get answers.
decide, going, yes, continue, or dissolve?
Can we try the March meeting online?
you can do meetings online according to Carrico.
Can or cannot?
Cannot. Yeah, well, that was according to the bylaws. I actually read them all the other day.
As long as it's a bylaw thing, we can try to modify the,
You gotta-
because during the daytime, my problem is, I'm all over the state, I drove an hour to be here, and I'm losing time at work for this.
And for like Missy and Alyssa and me and Rob and Bryson, daytime's probably better because we're already here.
That's why we were trying to move it to having 2 of the daytime meetings to try to get the ones that were around during the day for work involved.
But if we were able to find a way to do it online, that's just me taking lunch and jumping on my computer, tablet, or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know whether that's
I tried to know Marcia's.
state rule that you can't have online meetings or whether it's just that she has it in there.
We would be checked to find out.
Probably the state open door, you think?
Again, I go back to work, spinning our wheels, we don't even have enough people to make votes.
That's the issue we have with
All last year.
We can't even dissolve it or do any of this today.
which, let me read the one I got from that. Melissa was aware that the possibility of us not having enough to have the vote. She said, vote with who you have and note the numbers. I believe the majority of rules counts. Because that's something I brought up to her about having not enough people to have the quorum of us to be able to even vote.
So when would the first meeting would be March, you say?
That would be March, and I believe that's the one with the time and dates it would be in here then.
Yeah.
You said that again?
So with how we just voted with the
I
times,
got it as an evening meeting in March from the minutes of the last meeting.
so the minutes, or the evenings were first and third, and days were the
July
second,
and
fourth.
December.
Okay. So,
You know where the March meeting is for the fire chiefs? You said second Tuesday, right?
yes,
Yeah. I think that's.
I think green, so I don't have it with me for that one.
I think it might be.
When we have another meeting, special meeting in a couple of weeks, we call membership to
Johnson.
make sure we can get
Dick
people to be here.
Was it Dick Johnson?
So
Glad we're here.
if you'll let me call into that meeting.
I'm sorry, that was 24, never mind, wrong minutes.
But your bylaws say that we can't have virtual attendance.
Yes, I haven't found it right now, but
I believe it is, so I think technically we're allowed to, if the bylaws say we can't, then we can't.
Which I can get you that information, but I believe it
there's
is.
attendance requirements where you kick people off if they don't make 2 meetings.
Which would be most of the list.
Yeah. Then you gotta find a replacement.
I've got a guy that runs a lot of LEPC meetings around the state, and he's super knowledgeable. I don't know what we'd have to pay him, and we could see if we could legally pay him from our LEPC fund. He may be able to come in and help straighten it out. His name's John Streeter. He was the director of Monroe County. I think he does stuff in Greene County, Sullivan County. But I'm gonna reach out to him and just kind of get his feel on what we can do, what we, even if we shut it down, what happens? Because there's money that I've got a grant for training for this year for about $5,400 that I don't know if we can use that now, that.
If we are dissolving, yeah.
What if you wait till dissolve after your training?
But it's in training probably like August.
We wouldn't be able to. And then I believe with, like I said, with that, we need to hold elections still. And since we don't have enough for the quorum technically now, so the meeting. So we're at a point, like I said, I don't know what to do.
Get some answers.
I appreciate
Not that it matters, but like the second Tuesday is when I have their board meetings in Clay City. So if I get all these answers.
it. It'd be the first Tuesday.
Oh, first, okay.
I think the March one, it's March 3rd.
No problem, you're good. I'm just saying, I think the answers to you.
All LAPC meetings shall be conducted in person only, virtual, hybrid, or remote participation is not permitted at this time.
Well, if you change that in the bylaws and you have a forum, you're golden. He said he could.
But I don't know if that's our bylaw or the state bylaw. That's the only issue.
Meetings anyway.
I'd be concerned that if it was a state bylaw that we couldn't.
Right. Because she said she designed these to meet all
The state regulations, yes, because we were having issues not, I believe, at a time.
pointing people right and all that kind of stuff.
Yes. So I can try to get a hold of Carico and figure out exactly what the options are for us to be able to have the meeting next time and figure out what we can do for that point. But we're gonna have to figure out a decision for this.
I think we need to reschedule this meeting for a few weeks and make calls to get people
Okay.
here for sure and get this washed out. We don't need to, just my opinion, I'm nobody, well,
And make it during the day.
yeah, we don't need to drag this out any longer. We need to, I mean, what do you think, Bryson?
Because I feel like we're putting Band-Aids over Band-Aids and it's not
Yeah.
fixing anything. I know we tried to have, like I said, we tried to have it during this day and we have the original, or the main crew that usually shows up to the meetings anyways. Even less than some of them, so.
I just need to get a total list on, make sure I know who the voting member is, who the proxy, so we can make sure we get, you know, how many actual voting slots do we have now?
How many what?
How many actual voting positions? At one point, we had way too many people, and we were trying to turn it down.
So we have a total of 12 groups, so 7 would be majority.
12 is too many.
Because you have elected state, local
State
officials,
requirement.
law enforcement agencies, civil defense, emergency management, firefighter personnel, first aid personnel, healthcare personnel, local environmental groups, hospital staff, transportation personnel, broadcast, print media, communication groups, owner operators, facilities subject to emergency planning.
Need to get the list and find out. Because there's a certain group that's required,
Yes.
and then we had some extras added on, but if those add-ons aren't, like the media, we had IE 1 or 2 meetings, so we don't have media, we don't have really good.
Media
so
representation.
Right, so, if they're not gonna show up and they're not mandated, personally, I'd like to see the LEPC continue, there's a lot of money there. I hate to just give money away, especially when we don't know what's gonna happen, in a year with the budgets. It's not, in my opinion, not a good idea to strangle a funding source. The state doesn't allow me to be the chairperson anymore, they don't allow me to spend money or any of that, not just me, it's all directors statewide, they really push back on what we can do.
And
So-
once it's gone, is it hard to get back up and?
From what I was told, you can easily reinstate it. She said within, if you want to do it in 5 years, or 1 year to 5 year, you can reinstate LEPC.
When you get the money back or not.
That probably won't happen. You probably won't get the money back,
Right.
but you could reinstate it and
Well, and our money's
Use it.
built up, we used to have to use that money for matching funds for grants,
yes.
and most of the grants now don't require matching funds, so that money's just, we spent
You've
it on.
accumulated it for the simple things. I know we've done like the CO2 detectors for all the fire departments. I believe we did some other miscellaneous.
You bought, stuff for
The hazmat.
absorbent, damaging type stuff, so, which that's that's $4,500 every time we do that, practically, so that's money that we don't have to
That's a decent,
scramble
yeah.
around in different departments. So that's why I hate to see this money.
Is
Just
it
go
just
to the
one
wind.
amount, can you generate more money in the LPC, or is it just a one
What happens
amount?
is, all these companies that have hazmat, every year they have to pay to register with the state, there's a fee that they pay to register their hazmat. And then we get, a portion of that fee comes into our fund, and that builds up, so we've got, you'd be surprised how many places really do, put in money
Hazmat.
for that. I think every gas station has to, so look at the number of, gasoline stations we have. Every factory, they have some kind of hazardous material that they use. Great Dane's got a huge amount of hazardous material that they use, even metal industries, or not metal industries, but
Whatever the name is.
North 59. So there's a lot of places, all the farm service places that are involved in it. So,
Well, I would say this, if we're going to continue, we need to have a special meeting, have enough people here to vote, and we need to restrict it to just what is required by statute. Get the people on there that don't show up, but they're basically hindering us from moving forward.
yes.
Let's restrict it and let's move forward. But if we can't even get a quorum together to make a vote, then what purpose are we serving?
Technically, I don't think we can,
No, nothing today that is,
No,
I think we can set another meeting date. I don't know how soon we want to hold another special meeting.
You have to publish it 48 hours in advance, like normal. To appoint people to the committee, the LEPC has to make the recommendation, and then the IERC has to approve it.
that's insane because that's what she was discussing at the last meeting with.
So you can't just
had to
add
do
people
Sarah.
more likely use.
Yeah, because we had to get all the information from people. You have to get that information, then send it to the state, and the state, I believe, has to approve it. Because that's what we were doing with Sarah taking over Lori's spot for the helicopter.
So has that happened with the people that are present now, or,
She supposedly got it cleaned up.
Yes, I believe everyone that was on it was good. It's adding people forward. Anytime we have a new addition, we have to do that paperwork to fill it out.
And do you have Melissa's contact information? You could probably text Carrico and get that.
Yes.
We'll probably run a few things by her.
That's, I'd say after this, I'm going to be calling Carrico and asking a lot of questions.
Apparently Melissa, they don't have her going to meetings anymore. Don't you remember her? She was the one who came to the meeting at Dick Johnson.
Because she thought we were trying to keep her away from the meetings.
Yeah. Some of our little firehouses are hard to find. We're not trying to.
No, that's what I'm saying, because I know we had issues when someone tried to come to Poland and they ended up in like Cloverdale. So hard to find our address system, especially Dick Johnson.
Go up, turn left, you'll find it.
So,
So today's the 12th, how soon do you think I'm gonna look at?
which if we're wanting to have it in here,
And I can probably.
we gotta check and make sure.
Replace Bryson. If we met at the sheriff's office, we wouldn't have to do some other things, so we can, it'll be a little easier, or we can possibly get the jury room. There's other places we can meet, or we can meet out in Stone if we want to try to get the
Community center.
community room out there during the day, it's easy to get.
Already do that.
Firehouse, one of the firehouses.
Yeah.
The hard meat for Dick Johnson available.
So, what
Which if are we wanting to do it during the daytime?
I think so.
Yeah. I would think so.
It may be easier to have it somewhere here so everyone that's working during the daytime can easily show up for that.
Bryson's room would be fine, it's just across.
That's what I said. That's why I was to say if Bryson's good with that, we can try over there. That would be easy for you guys that are working in the courthouse. It'd be easy for dispatch. It'd be easy, hopefully easy for Bryson.
And if we get the list, we just need to call the folks that are the voting member, the proxy. Obviously could count, but we need,
If the voting members can't come, then we could call it proxy.
that's right,
Yeah.
that's right.
I will tell you that the AIC has their legislative conference, the 27th and 28th, so if you could avoid those 2 days, that would be lovely.
So do we want to try the 29th, Thursday the 29th?
I work that night.
Okay. What days are good for you then?
For that week, I can do the 27th. I can do the 26th if we do it a little later in the day. I work that Sunday night
So
into
that's a
that.
bad day though.
But that's and say if you said the 26th, 27th, 28th is bad, I can
Do it the
do.
following week.
We can do the following week. I am available Tuesday or Friday.
How's Tuesday look for you, Bryson? Tuesday the 3rd?
I won't be here.
I'm sorry,
I'm unavailable.
you're unavailable?
What about Friday the 6th, he said?
I'm having a colonoscopy that day.
Sounds like a crappy day.
So if you're unavailable,
If we want to look at next week, we can do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
how quick can we get it published?
I think we only have to have it 48 hours published.
I don't know who you send it to anymore.
I think maybe Patty might know. I think she made this work.
Sometimes it's been horrible. But if we're not having the meeting in this room, okay, you still have to advertise. 48 hours is all you need. So if you were looking at next Tuesday, or how about Monday's a holiday? What day? is
That's,
it?
I would say Monday's a holiday. I am available Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
How about
The 22nd would be better for me.
22nd?
at what time? I have an appointment that day, but I can't get out of.
When are you available?
See, this is the whole point of
Yeah.
disbanding. We can't even get a meeting to vote to disband.
Wednesday, the 21st, I could be open. The 22nd, I have an appointment meeting. If you could meet at like 10, I'd be good.
Maybe 10 on the 22nd?
I can be there.
Sheriff's Department.
So January 22nd at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. We'll have another meeting.
Sheriff's.
And if we don't have enough for a quorum, then we're gonna have to make a decision. So. So this is an official meeting, I guess. Good to discuss.
Who's gonna publicize it?
I'll get with Carico and figure out exactly how, since I guess I'm president now.
Give you what information I have, and then I'll tell you what I know from state work.
I'll get with her and figure out from her too, so. That's got that.
Shut the
She told me just to